Jamie, first of all, a very happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
How was that today, your first run out of Stamford Bridge?
It was really enjoyable to play at the bridge, in front of the fans. Good experience, and a good team performance. So it's really good to play in the stadium today. It was really enjoyable. Yeah.
You look sharp, you look fit. How are you feeling at the moment?
I'm still getting into my stride a little bit because I've not played a game in a minute. So getting back into the rhythm, feeling good, feeling sharp. So that's the main thing. Yeah.
You look like you hadn't missed a beat, but how was it coming up against a team I guess you knew very well?
Yeah, I've played against them many times in the Bundesliga. They're a top team with many top players, and playing against them is always difficult sometimes. But today was a good result for us, so happy.
You've not had long in pre-season with your new teammates, but we're seeing the chemistry and those combinations developing already, aren't we?
Yeah, I came with them for a week, so I'm just trying to gauge everyone's instincts, what to do on the pitch, what they like, what they don't like. I'm trying to just gauge it in a week of training, which I'm trying to adapt to, but it's been enjoyable whilst doing that.
And what was the manager's words before you went on today?
Just play. just play and have fun and do what I do, play with confidence, and just try and make an impact. Yeah.
What are the most important things at this stage of pre-season?
I think trying to build a team chemistry on the pitch, also off the pitch, because we have so many new players, Esteval, Jarrell, me also, so there's many players that are new. Trying to just build a connection, that's the main thing, I think now.
You mentioned Esteval, he didn't have a bad start, did he?
Yeah, he had a really good start today. He scored a great goal, and I'm happy for him that he scored today. Yeah.
Another big game to look forward to with AC Milan coming on Sunday. Do you expect that to be a bit different from tonight?
I think it will be very similar, a bit different in some ways, obviously how they play. But it will be very interesting to play against them because they're a top team as well, with many top players again. So it's a good test to play against these teams.
And the start of the season will come around quickly, won't it? A week on Sunday, back here for that game with Palace. Just how excited are you for that?
I'm really excited to play in the Premier League. It'll be a dream come true. And to play for Chelsea was even better. So that would be a really big thing.
Reece, I feel like the vibe in the room just upped a little bit because we are speaking to a world champion after all. How does it feel for Chelsea to have that title for the next 4 years?
No, it's an amazing feeling, to be crowned world champions. It was, the first time the tournament took place, and it was difficult to play, in the middle of America, in the middle of the summer. But no, we're delighted we managed to win.
Do you know how big the support is for Chelsea on this side of the world? Like, our social media just completely blew up when you guys won. No,
I don't think we know actually how big it is. The more we visit different parts of the world, the more, our knowledge expands. But no, we're always happy to recognise, our support globally.
For some reason, it almost felt like Chelsea were going into the tournament as underdogs with an outside chance, especially in the final. What was the feeling from your side going into the tournament, though?
No, our feeling was strong. I knew what the team was capable of, and yeah, we believed, throughout the tournament that we could go there and win.
And almost exactly a year after the Club World Cup final, it's the World Cup final, same stadium. Could it be a bit of foreshadowing for England at the 2026 World Cup?
I mean, that would be a dream. Is it going to go that way? I'm not sure. It's there's still a year, to build up to the World Cup. We have lots of tough games, here first, but hopefully, we'll arrive to the World Cup in good style.
Yeah, and if it were to happen, it would be an amazing period for English football. Your sister Lauren and the Lionesses retaining the Euros title as well. You were in the stadium. What was that like?
Yeah, it was great to go and see them retain their trophy. They played against a very good team. And yeah, to see them win again, it made me really proud.
We see you in the stadium often, but being the bigger brother and all, what does your support actually look like off screen? Is it a lot of banter? Is it a bit of comforting?
No, I mean, we don't talk too much about football. We speak about everything but football pretty much. And yeah, if she ever needs help, you know, she knows where I am.
We touched a bit on the World Cup coming next year, but there's still a long way to go, a whole season ahead. Off the back of winning the world title for Chelsea, though, how do you feel about the upcoming season?
No, I think you know, we're in a good position. You know, I think, you know, this season we're going to be ambitious. You know, we want to compete at the highest level, you know, and win, you know, all the competitions, you know, we're in, and you know, we're preparing the best we can.
And speaking of all the competitions, Chelsea has completed that set. There's plenty of silverware at the club, with the Conference League as well. But you're taking that extra step now to the Champions League. How much of a challenge do you see that being?
Well, I wouldn't say it's an extra step. It's where the club is meant to be. You know, the last few years we haven't been there, but it's nothing we're not used to. You know, we're playing against top teams, but you know, we are, you know, one of the best as well.
Yeah, and you're gonna go and do this with a bunch of new signings. We saw Joao Pedro slot in very quickly at the Club World Cup. But how is everyone getting along?
No, it's early days. You know, we've only had some of the players for a few days so far, but no, they're great additions to the squad. You know, we have good depth this year, and you know, we hope to go close.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of young guys coming in as well. Yourself, you're also fairly young. How do you see the club then developing, and how has it developed under Enzo Maresca?
No, I think the club is for sure moving in the right direction. You know, the last 2 seasons before this one, we didn't qualify, and you know, we didn't win any trophies. And this season, we obviously qualified and won, you know, two European trophies. So the trend is going up. You know, hopefully we can continue it.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, you guys have a massive following here in Africa. It makes us...
Welcome back to SportLab, where football lives. Chelsea fans, you've been waiting to see the new boys in action, and wow, what a start. The Blues kicked off their pre-season with a confident 2-0 win over Bayer Leverkusen, and it was the teenage sensation Estevao who stole the show on his debut. Let's get straight into the action. Just 18 minutes into the match, Estevao, yes, the £1 million wonder kid, made his mark. It all started when Cole Palmer's looping effort crashed off the bar, chaos in the box, and there was Estevao, first to react. One cool sweep of the right boot and the ball was in the back of the net. Chelsea 1, Leverkusen 0, and Stamford Bridge faithful already buzzing about the new star. The game settled into a good rhythm, with Chelsea controlling possession and looking sharp despite being in the early stages of pre-season. New signings showed flashes, the press looked organised, and defensively, the Blues kept Leverkusen at arm's length. Fast forward to the 90th minute, the icing on the cake. Youngster Antwi, electric down the right wing, absolutely roasted his marker and pulled the ball back perfectly into the path of Joao Pedro. One touch to control, second to smash into the bottom left corner. Cool, composed, clinical, 2-0 Chelsea, game over. From debut brilliance to squad depth on display, this was exactly the kind of performance Enzo Maresca would have wanted to kick off his first full pre-season. So, Chelsea start their summer with a win, Estevao makes an instant statement, and the Blues look ready to build momentum heading into the new campaign. What did you think of Estevao's debut? Is he the real deal, or are we getting carried away after one game? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this match recap, hit that like button, subscribe to SportLab, and join us for more football coverage all summer long. Until next time, keep it locked. This is SportLab, signing off.